Dinar shift. The news of the day is a monumental development that has reshaped the landscape for all who follow Iraq's financial trajectory. Picture a country's economic system, long perceived to be operating behind a partial curtain, now dramatically unveiling itself to the global stage. This pivotal action marks a complete departure from decades of a relatively isolated financial posture, one that historically presented significant challenges for international banks, foreign investors, and major financial institutions attempting direct engagement. Under the decisive leadership of Prime Minister Sudani, the nation has formally enacted procedures to integrate its financial mechanisms with the world's interconnected markets. This is far more than a simple technical modification. It is a profound strategic shift that redefines the narrative around opportunities for both existing holders of the Iraqi Dinar and the international investment community. The sheer scale of this move necessitates a thorough examination of its implications. For years, the Iraqi financial system's limited accessibility meant complex, indirect routes for external participation, which naturally tempered the enthusiasm of global players. Now, with the doors officially open, the country is actively inviting worldwide engagement under new conditions of transparency and formal regulation. This shift directly addresses a central point of long-standing interest within the Dinar community and the financial world at large: the potential for a secured, formalized environment for currency interactions and capital movement. Understanding the gravity of this change requires moving beyond speculative rumors and focusing on the tangible, official adoption of international financial standards. This moment is truly a cornerstone in Iraq's modern economic history. The core essence of the announcement is Iraq's historic move toward full integration with global financial institutions. It signifies a comprehensive overhaul of how the nation's currency, banking sector, and financial activities interact with the international system. This is an undertaking that far surpasses routine policy changes. It is a fundamental transformation in Iraq's economic identity on the world stage. Those who have diligently tracked the progress of Iraq's economic reforms have consistently viewed the ultimate integration with global markets as the essential signal of maturity and stability. Sudani's administration, by pushing this initiative forward, is broadcasting a clear commitment to an economic model defined by modernity, regulatory compliance, and transparent practices. This commitment has immediate resonance for dinar holders. For those holding the Iraqi dinar, this transition is not merely another headline in a long series of updates. It represents a tangible shift from anticipation to actionable reality. The establishment of secure, formalized international access potentially paves the way for vastly improved currency exchange opportunities. It opens up new channels for transparent transactions and grants the dinar community access to global investment pathways that were previously either inaccessible or constrained by informal mechanisms. This key development fundamentally alters the previous paradigm where Iraq's financial activities were largely siloed. The country is now actively engaging with and positioning itself within the international financial ecosystem, allowing the global investment community to view Iraq as a legitimate, reliable, and modern financial partner ready for serious engagement. The question of why this policy change holds such immediate and critical importance for existing dinar holders and global investors demands careful consideration. For an extended period, the community closely monitoring the dinar has been a constant recipient of various updates, rumors, and analyses regarding the timing and mechanism of international access. A major preoccupation has consistently been whether and how efficiently dinar holdings could be converted or how an increase in global, formalized demand might positively influence the currency's valuation over time. With the official opening of these financial gates, the entire operational context for the dinar undergoes a complete transformation. This new access to a network of international banks, major investment entities, and broad financial markets provides holders with an unprecedented ability to formulate precise and strategic financial plans. The implications extend to the potential for significantly smoother and more predictable currency exchange processes than were available in the past. Furthermore, the formalized international engagement can foster a greater sense of confidence in the underlying financial system, which is critical for long-term stability and growth. The strategic importance of being well prepared now cannot be overstated. Holders who have meticulously organized their documentation and stayed abreast of the institutional changes are now uniquely positioned to act swiftly and decisively as these new opportunities begin to manifest in the marketplace. This confluence of timing, comprehensive planning, and acute awareness is now more vital than ever before for successful engagement with a changing market. The significance of this announcement for financial institutions worldwide is considerable. With Iraq's financial system now officially welcoming global participation, banks, across continents are now enabled to establish formal, secure relationships with Iraqi financial entities. This authorization encompasses a broad range of activities, including conducting large-scale transactions, engaging in formal currency exchange operations, and participating in direct investment activities within an internationally regulated framework. For Dinar holders, this development is fundamentally important because it provides a regulatory assurance that their transactions will be characterized by increased security, speed, and transparency, mitigating many of the risks associated with previous, less formalized channels. The increase in international engagement is a powerful mechanism for building and reinforcing trust in Iraq's entire financial infrastructure. When the global financial community witnesses Iraq implementing these rigorous steps, adopting transparency and facilitating secure international transactions, it signals a level of seriousness, credibility, and operational readiness that was previously lacking. Consequently, Dinar holders who have taken the prudent step of preparing their necessary documentation and are fully aware of which global institutions are actively participating can leverage these improved, modernized systems. This preparation ensures smoother operational processes and positions them advantageously to participate in the new era of financial interaction. Across all communication platforms, from widely used social media forums and private investor groups to traditional financial commentary channels, the community reaction has been remarkably intense and overwhelmingly positive. A palpable wave of excitement is sweeping through the Dinar holder community. Individuals who have patiently maintained their Dinar holdings for years are now witnessing a fundamental, tangible shift from a state dominated by speculation and rumor toward one presenting practical, immediate opportunities. Discussions that once centered on the question of if or when international access would occur have now pivotally shifted to the concrete issues of strategic preparation, effective positioning, and optimal timing for engagement. Investors and holders are actively collaborating, sharing detailed insights, analyzing the probable first movers among international banks, and exchanging strategies on how best to optimize their holdings in light of this new global connectivity. For a great number of these patient holders, this news serves as a powerful validation of their long-term foresight and careful planning. Moreover, the collective energy highlights the immense value of being an active part of an informed community, where shared knowledge and diverse perspectives can significantly help in reducing potential missteps and providing essential guidance for crucial strategic decisions. The unified enthusiasm surrounding this announcement underscores just how historically significant this financial juncture truly is. Turning now to the practical implications, the opening of the financial system to international players offers several distinct advantages for Dinar holders. Firstly, the inclusion of international banks and sophisticated financial institutions is expected to substantially enhance the opportunities and efficiency of currency exchange. These global entities possess the infrastructure and regulatory compliance to process transactions with greater speed and efficiency potentially, minimizing the delays and improving the conversion options available to Dinar holders. Secondly, the formalized participation of global entities in the market is likely to positively influence both the demand for and the movement of the currency. As more international investors and institutions gain the ability to formally engage in bullion, selling or trading the dinar, it naturally increases liquidity and activity within the market, which can be an engine for future developments. Thirdly, this moment presents a clear call for strategic readiness on the part of every Dinar holder, being fully prepared with all essential documentation, having established accounts, and possessing a deep understanding of which institutions are operational is crucial. This level of readiness ensures that holders can act promptly and with unwavering confidence once the newly integrated system becomes fully active. It is imperative to recognize that simply having the gates open does not mean all institutions will offer services immediately. Certain banks will require time to fully implement the necessary international operational frameworks, while others may be prepared to act quickly. For Dinar holders, proactive preparation offers a distinct and significant strategic advantage. By meticulously monitoring which financial institutions are the first to declare their readiness for international transactions, consolidating all necessary legal and financial documentation, and thoroughly understanding the specific procedures involved, holders can optimally position themselves for smoother and more efficient participation. The ability to act quickly and with comprehensive, accurate information will be a crucial differentiator in capitalizing on the emerging opportunities. Conversely, any failure to adequately prepare could potentially lead to unnecessary delays or even result in opportunities being missed entirely. This reality powerfully underscores the necessity of continuous engagement with official updates and a deeply proactive approach to personal financial planning. The critical concept of market psychology also comes sharply into focus with this development. When a nation as significant as Iraq formally opens its financial architecture to the global community, it projects a powerful message of stability, economic competence, and long-term readiness. International investors interpret this action as a definitive sign that Iraq is fully capable of securely, transparently, and efficiently managing complex global financial transactions. This growing international confidence is a key factor that can readily translate into increased market participation, a deeper pool of liquidity, and overall heightened activity within the dinar market. For holders of the Iraqi dinar, possessing a nuanced understanding of these underlying market dynamics is absolutely essential. An awareness of how global perception shifts can allow holders to more effectively anticipate emerging trends, refine their strategic planning, and position themselves to take decisive action during favorable market conditions. The collective sentiment of the market is a powerful force that can concretely impact the unfolding opportunities, and possessing informed insight provides a substantial competitive edge. Furthermore, community strategy and shared intelligence become paramount during times of such fundamental financial change. Robust discussions are currently dominating the community landscape, focusing on which banks or institutions will lead the charge in offering services, the precise steps for documentation preparation, and the optimal timing for taking action. Active engagement in these community discussions grants holders access to a collective pool of real-time insights that may not be immediately available through official, formalized sources alone. Collaborative efforts within the network can be highly effective in confirming the accuracy of circulating information, clarifying complex procedural requirements, and significantly reducing the pervasive element of uncertainty. By participating in a network of well-informed strategic holders, individuals can substantially enhance the robustness of their personal strategy, gain greater confidence in their critical decisions, and ultimately avoid costly or unnecessary errors. The dynamic energy generated by this news clearly demonstrates the invaluable nature of this shared informational network during this truly historic financial moment. The practical implications for individual dinar holders are now becoming substantially clearer and more actionable. With the financial system officially open, holders can anticipate a wider and more competitive array of exchange options becoming available to them. The processes for conversion and transaction are highly likely to become significantly clearer, faster, and more secure, providing holders with the necessary foundation to engage with complete confidence. This formal opening simultaneously prepares the market for a range of potential future developments, including the possibility of currency rate adjustments, or a substantial increase in the official international circulation of the dinar. Operating within a newly structured and internationally regulated financial system grants holders a clear, decisive advantage as they can strategically plan their next steps and align their actions with global compliance standards. This transformative shift represents a duality of both significant opportunity and increased security for all individuals invested in the future of Iraq's currency. The world's major global markets are observing these developments with keen interest. By implementing the decision to open its financial gates, Iraq is transmitting a clear, unmistakable signal of its commitment to long-term stability, institutional readiness, and global credibility. International banks, large-scale investors, and institutional bodies will naturally pay close attention to these structural changes, which have the potential to attract significant new capital inflows, stimulate increased trading volume, and generate powerful momentum within the market. For dinar holders, this influx of increased global confidence is the very catalyst that can translate into meaningful opportunity. Being fully prepared and ready to engage when market conditions are most favorable allows holders to potentially maximize the emerging benefits, while a commitment to staying continuously informed helps them to anticipate shifts in international market behavior. Monitoring the formal international response to this new policy is an absolutely critical step for anyone who holds or maintains an interest in the Iraqi dinar. Preparation for this new environment can be broken down into a series of clear, actionable steps. The first step involves diligently reviewing all official announcements and thoroughly understanding the precise scope and technical details of the new global access protocols. The second step requires actively identifying which specific international and domestic banks and financial institutions are now formally authorized and operationally ready to participate in this new framework. The third step is the indispensable process of meticulously preparing all necessary personal and financial documentation, which includes government-issued identification, comprehensive account information, and definitive proof of currency holdings. The fourth step mandates the development of a clearly defined, robust strategy that takes into account the holder's specific quantity of holdings, their desired time frame for action, and their established access to participating financial institutions. The final and ongoing fifth step involves continuous, close monitoring of all official updates, with a readiness to adjust and refine the initial plan as required by evolving conditions. Ring to this structured, proactive methodology ensures maximum readiness and empowers holders to act strategically when the opportunities are ripe. The factor of timing continues to carry enormous weight in this financial equation. It is a certainty that not all institutions will simultaneously implement the new international services. Some may require an implementation period spanning several months, while others could launch their services immediately. Being proactive in this environment means that dinar holders can react with greater efficiency and precision, positioning themselves optimally to capitalize on opportunities the moment they materialize. Any delay in this preparatory phase could realistically result in missed chances, less favorable exchange conditions, or opportunities that vanish entirely. A thorough understanding of the institutional rollout process, meticulous tracking of which institutions achieve operational readiness first, and the disciplined alignment of one's strategy with these specific developments ensure that the holder maintains a distinct advantage. Strategic timing, combined with comprehensive, detailed preparation, creates a powerful and significant edge for all dinar holders navigating this pivotal moment. The full impact of this global access will become increasingly visible as international engagement expands and deepens. When international banks and major institutions formally begin to actively engage with Iraq's economy on a global scale, the corresponding participation and underlying demand for the currency will naturally increase. Liquidity within the market will see improvement, overall confidence in the system will grow, and holders who have fully completed their preparations will be perfectly positioned to benefit from these more favorable conditions. The ability to anticipate these systemic changes allows holders to effectively plan, optimize their decision-making process, and act with conviction and decisiveness. By maintaining a constant connection with community intelligence networks and closely tracking official financial updates, holders can achieve a more comprehensive understanding of the dynamically evolving market environment, which directly facilitates smarter, more strategic engagement with the financial system. Engaging actively within the community remains a cornerstone of any effective strategy. The collective sharing of insights, the confirmation of official updates, and the collaborative discussion of strategic approaches significantly enhance the knowledge base for all participating holders. This collaborative spirit effectively minimizes the overall risk of making costly errors, significantly strengthens the preparedness of the entire community, and provides crucial reassurance when navigating complex and rapidly shifting financial landscapes. By committing to active participation in these informed discussions, holders gain access to an invaluable level of shared intelligence that focused, individual research alone might not be able to provide. A robust and interconnected network of informed holders substantially increases the likelihood of achieving successful outcomes and instills a much-needed layer of confidence in the actions taken by individual participants. A few common and key questions are inevitably surfacing as a direct result of this landmark announcement. One prominent question is whether this official global access automatically implies an immediate revaluation of the dinar. The factual answer is that it does not guarantee an immediate change. While global access is undoubtedly a momentous milestone and a fundamental prerequisite for broader financial development, any future revaluation is contingent upon a complex interplay of multiple economic regulatory and broad market factors. Another frequent question concerns which specific banks are now fully equipped for international transactions. Official, formal announcements will systematically clarify this information, and those holders who are prepared to act the moment their specific institution is declared active will hold a tangible advantage. Questions regarding the security of current dinar holdings also remain common. These holdings remain secure within the system, but the core issue is that comprehensive readiness ensures that holders can fully maximize the unfolding opportunities once the newly opened system becomes fully operational. The emotional component of this development for many holders is profound. Years of patient waiting, strategic monitoring, and careful planning are now being powerfully validated by this historic move toward global integration. As a direct result, confidence is likely to grow, market anxiety should decrease, and the collective motivation to engage will undoubtedly rise. Mental preparedness is just as vital as strategic preparation. ensuring that holders remain focused, calm, and ready to execute their plans decisively when the moment arrives. The knowledge that the financial system is now formally open enables holders to plan, collaborate, and engage with renewed confidence, which helps to mitigate stress and significantly increases the probability of favorable outcomes. Viewing the development through a broader strategic lens, the opening of Iraq's financial gates to the world represents a critical milestone on the path toward modernization, enhanced stability, and deeper global engagement. International investors, major banks, and sophisticated institutions will continue to observe this trajectory closely, and their collective actions will profoundly influence the currency's liquidity, Iraq's global financial credibility, and the overall perception of its financial system. For Dinar holders, a comprehensive understanding of these larger implications provides essential insight into global market trends, anticipated investor behavior, and the precise timing of strategic opportunities. Recognizing the fundamental systemic significance of this change empowers holders to anticipate future developments and act strategically to derive maximum benefit from this historic financial transition. Preparation, once again, remains the single most essential factor. The necessary steps for robust preparation, reviewing announcements, pinpointing participating institutions, compiling documentation, developing a cohesive strategy, and constantly monitoring updates, form the critical blueprint for readiness. A proactive stance allows holders to act with speed and confidence when opportunities emerge. Conversely, any delay in this critical preparation could result in missed financial gains, less than ideal operating conditions, or the complete forfeiture of significant opportunities. Structured, methodical preparation provides both absolute clarity and the necessary confidence for engaging with Iraq's newly globally accessible financial system. Furthermore, the importance of a coordinated community strategy cannot be overstated. Collaboration among holders facilitates the collective confirmation of updates, the sharing of diverse insights, and the robust discussion of optimal timing, all of which substantially enhances the quality of individual decision-making. Being an active, engaged member of an informed network not only strengthens a personal strategy but also significantly reduces uncertainty and increases overall confidence in the actions taken. Collective planning ensures that holders are not merely prepared but are also capable of acting decisively and strategically once the new system is fully operational. The tremendous advantage gained from being connected and informed cannot be quantified. It fundamentally and significantly improves the likelihood of successful participation and outcomes for all involved. Ultimately, the global perception of this momentous event is a powerful determining factor. The opening of Iraq's financial infrastructure transmits a clear message of stability, institutional credibility, and operational readiness to international markets. This decisive action is poised to bolster confidence in the dinar, strengthen the nation's foundational financial infrastructure, and signal a committed embrace of modernization for all currency holders. Understanding precisely how this global perception influences real-world market behavior allows for meticulous strategic planning, positioning holders to act most effectively when opportunities arise. This development is not merely about increasing local participation. It is about Iraq successfully positioning itself as an integral player within the broader, interconnected global financial system. In conclusion, the combination of optimal timing, comprehensive preparation, and strategic engagement are the three non-negotiable pillars for success in this new environment. By meticulously reviewing all official updates, preparing all required documentation, accurately identifying which institutions are operationally active, and planning well in advance, Dinar holders can significantly maximize their potential opportunities. Continuous community involvement is the crucial layer that ensures access to accurate, verified information, strengthens individual strategy, and minimizes overall risk. Being fully prepared, both logistically and mentally, empowers holders to act decisively and with complete confidence as Iraq formally enters this new and defining era of global financial access. This historic moment unequivocally marks the beginning of a truly new chapter for Iraq's currency and for holders worldwide. Stay informed, stay deeply connected, and most importantly, stay ready to act strategically as these unprecedented opportunities in the market begin to unfold.